I just want to start off by saying mostly everything I'm about to say is going to be all speculation and is most likely not going to happen. With that being said, it's not going to stop me from taking out my whiteboard and trying to connect dots that just clearly aren't there. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. If we go ahead and start off by looking at the Twitter reveal for Global Dokkan, it just directly tells us when the celebration is going to start at the top, and it says that the celebration will start on the 5th. Now, if we go ahead and look at the last page as well, or not the last page, the second page, and we go scroll all the way down, the event period will be announced at a later date. So, one, we know the celebration is starting on the 5th. Second thing is that some campaigns and summons will be available at a later date. And on top of that, the summons will be dropping not when the celebration starts, is what it's saying, right? Is that something else is going to be dropping later on, and that something else will most likely be at a later date. And it could be this banner. But as Rado-kun over here mentioned, the celebration is 4 weeks long. The celebration is usually 2 weeks long. So it's very weird. Yeah, like right there, 11:16 to 11:29. It's really weird that they pushed the celebration 2 weeks past what it usually is. And if we go ahead and look at like how we were talking about before, we can see exactly when they're going to drop the Easy A for these units. It's going to be 11:16. Or sorry, not 11:16, 11:06. So it's going to be in 2 days. Well, 2 days for JP. It'll just be 1 day for global, right? Well, depending on your time zone and all that. But again, it begs the question of, so what does that mean for the heroes units, right? Because if we just go ahead and look at the banners for the heroes units, we could see something that's just clear and obvious. Every single time that they do the Easy A, it's always on the same date. AGL Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker Vegito drops on the 22nd. We look at the Easy A's, 22nd, 2023. We go ahead and look at the previous year, 2022. We're just going to close these out. 2022, right? So Super Saiyan 4 for Goku. And then if we go ahead and look at one of the Easy A's of that year, which was the Great Saiyaman 3, you can see 22nd, 2022. 22nd, 2022. So it's like, why would they say that it's going to drop at a later date? But more often than not, well, not even more often than not, every single time, the Easy A always drops with the summon banner. And then again, if we go ahead and look at even just the banners themselves, the Easy A banners, and then the actual Heroes banner themselves. If we look at the date right here, start date 11/22. Okay, when does the Easy A banner drop? Or I'm sorry, the other one was the Easy A banner. Easy A banner drops on the 22nd. Go over here. The main banner drops on the 22nd. Even on top of that same time as well, 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. So it's like, what's going on, man? What's happening with all of this? And if we go, and this is the speculation part, that it's like, okay, could this actually happen? Could this be finally the moment? Three years ago, almost 4 years now, on December 9th, 2020, we had the Super Dragon Ball Heroes crossover special campaign player survey. And on that survey, they asked us one question, which is just, what are you looking forward to in future Super Dragon Ball Heroes special campaigns? There was LR collaboration characters that you're allowed to choose, Extreme Z area, or Extreme Z Awakenings, excuse me. Events to recruit characters, events to get exclusive skill orbs, virtual Dokkan Ultimate Clash, explosive chain battle, rest in peace, super battle road, and summons that feature released collaboration characters, release year category summons, etc. And we have gotten almost half of this list, I would say. Obviously no LR characters, but we have the Extreme Z Awakenings. We have the ability to get the units for free. While we haven't specifically gotten like virtual Dokkan Ultimate Clash, we haven't gotten chain battle and all that. I actually don't remember about virtual Dokkan Clash, but We did get more events in terms of the burst mode. We got another event in terms of the red zone. So it's like they're clearly like taking at least some of the stuff on this list and going, okay, yep. So it's and I think on top of that, I want to say that the summons that feature release collaboration characters and on the category summons and all that, wouldn't that also technically count as the Extreme Z banner as well? I feel like it probably would count as that. I'm not really sure because it's up to interpretation of what you want to count that as, right? But again, just more speculation. But that LR collaboration characters, oof. I'm praying and I'm hoping and I am on my knees, Dokkan. please have a part 2 for Heroes and please make it where it's an LR. I would be dying. And the thing is too, on top of that as well, if I don't know if they want to make this a Carnival banner, but if we look at a Carnival banner as well, during the, I think it was Tech Broly, I believe it was Tech Broly, the JP version actually had the Gammas, and then the global version did not have the Gammas. The JP version also had Gogeta, and the global version did not have Gogeta. Except JP actually got something in their newsletter that said that the Carnival Gogeta and the Carnival Gammas are going to be returning soon and would be featured very, very soon. Again, you could speculate that it's going to be the December banner because that's when they definitely do drop a Carnival banner. But again, it's up to speculation. And then one last point, and it's just going to be characters that I would want. Please do a Gogeta. I would prefer Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, but I wouldn't mind a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And if it's not going to be a Gogeta, I would 100% want this card to be a card in the game where it's just, maybe it's just a Gogeta card at the start, and then similar to how this new Super Saiyan Blue Goku is, where it's a Gogeta card at the start, but then once you pop the active skill, you'll be able to have Jiren and Hit do that like beam, and then, you know, it'll look really cool. I think that this is definitely an LR worthy moment for sure. And then if not that, I would just say again, just another kind of beam with Goku, Bardock, and future Gohan. I think that this is just an easily top 10, maybe even top 5 moment in Heroes. Just father, son, and son kind of Kamehameha or beam is just awesome, right? I really do love just these characters when they're all working together, and when each one is just doing one beam and then it just kind of like merges into one. It's so good. It's so good. But again, enough with the schizophrenic rambling. Hopefully, you know, you guys are at least entertained a little bit by it. But anyways, hopefully you guys have a great issue week. Thank you as always for remembering, and I hope you guys have a great issue week. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.